Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 186.
186 Sid.
5 years and going,
Yeah,
and counting.
5 years. Crazy.
Lots and lots of really good comments at the end of the last
Yeah,
episode.
actually a ton. And also a lot of congratulations to Sid.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
And a lot of people tell us what they were doing 5 years from now. We'll talk about the comments at the end of the show. We'll read out a few and award the winners because people really wanted that Kshatriya. It's like, why did we get so many comments? Because, you know, we're so good and we've been doing it for 5 years, or they just wanted the Kshatriya?
What do you think, Sid?
Don't make me say it, Ryan.
Is that a trick question?
Don't make me say it. Okay, so today we have a couple of little things to show.
Yes.
And I actually going to talk about Frame Robos. Now, there you have it. Ryan's holding it in his hand now. Look at that thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, I want to know how this is going to work, Sid.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. I'm going to go into it in detail and try to take you through the entire setup. First, you want to talk about the kit that came in?
Yes, actually, I watched half an episode of
Number 2.
Blooded.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Just call it HG Kshatriyas or whatever.
I only watched half. Well, I was trying to watch my daughter and like she was running around. But, you know, it's a lot darker, I'd say. It has some of the usual Gundam tropes.
Yeah.
But... yeah, I mean, this could be a different series, very different from what's been around previously, which seemed a lot more optimistic. Than,
a lot of people are liking it, a little more adult-oriented perhaps, and some people felt that they're into it right away as opposed to how it took Reconquista a while to get into and stuff. But we only have the one kit today, and it is from, you know, Iron-Blooded Orphans, so I'm just going to open this up.
Do it.
All right, here we go. This is Mr. McGillis' suit, the grays, and... I originally thought that we were looking at like a black and blue. You know, it's got this darker blue, I guess you would say. But this is actually more of a dark blue color. It's not entirely black. So it's kind of blue and even darker blue. So that's pretty cool. Now there are some foil stickers in there. I can't pull them out, unfortunately. You are getting some smaller parts here for the gray that they're using. And the PC runner is quite small as well. And then the extra B runner parts here. But just like the Barbatos, you know, normally with an HG, you'd open up the box, you'd get maybe one frame runner. Well, here you go, just like the Barbatos. You're getting 2 frame runners. There's enough here that you're kind of actually building that interior frame for the HG, and that's got a lot of people excited. You know, HGs don't normally have so much frame detail, and it looks like one point of the animation and the design engineering from Bandai when it comes to this animation is that they want a lot of frame details. And they're doing their best to make sure that you can see them even on the HG kit. So I'm not going to assemble this. I'm waiting to see what people hopefully will assemble it, post some pictures on HobbyLink TV. I'm waiting for the 1/100 grays, which comes out next month, because I'm definitely going to be assembling that and showing the frames of that. So I'm just going to pack this up for now and move on to the next part. So there you go. That's McGillis's Schwalbe grays or whatever it is. It's pretty cool. A lot of people are starting to get into the design of the suits after seeing them in the animation.
You know, watching them, watching the suits in action, I mean, it is quite a departure though.
Yeah.
I feel.
On land.
They're on land. But also it's more leaning towards the Kotobukiya stuff, the frame. Like I feel like so there's some frame arms going on. But, you know, mech's mech. I mean, you know, Gundam was never
There's going to be some overlap no matter what you're looking at. Okay.
It's very barren. Like all the shots, it's very bleak. So... yeah, hopefully it has more emotional depth than some of the recent stuff.
Don't start crying on me or anything like that.
Not yet, sir.
Okay, cool.
You know, just in pain.
We'll put that off to the side now. We're going to talk about another kit that's based on another currently ongoing animation from the Gundam Origin. We're in Origin 2 now, but I've got the Gouf Prototype, and I actually went ahead last weekend and slapped this guy together. So if you will indulge me for a couple minutes, I want to talk about the Gouf Prototype. Alright, here's the Gouf Prototype from Gundam Origin. I'm really liking the look of the suits and the animation. It's really cool. But talk about the Gouf. People may not know this, but this shares a lot of similarities with the Origin Char Zaku that came out several months ago, and also the Ortega Zaku and the Black Tri-Stars. And I wasn't sure if that was the case or not, and then I opened up the box and well, yeah, okay, the PC runners, they're all the same, but these 2 runners, actually, the D1 and D2, are actually listed as Zaku Origin. So it's got that kind of generic template, so you can use it for a number of kits. So there you go, and then these are the parts that you will not use when you're assembling the Gouf there, but you'll have them if you need it. And then all the rest of them, with this cool sexy blue, are actually labeled HG 1/144 Prototype Gouf. So there you go. And once you get all this thing assembled, I think it might take you maybe an hour and a half. You actually have like this really nice, sweet looking Gouf. And I love the Gouf, I have to admit. Like the Gouf 2.0 Master Grade kit is one of the best kits I've ever built. And on this one, you can see this orange in here. I want to highlight this. This isn't a sticker. They actually give you one tiny runner with just this orange piece on there. It's kind of clear. And you're able to assemble it and get that look. Like I think other kits might have, older ones, you just put a sticker there and be done with it. And it might not look as good, but that looks top notch. You can see he has his hands here, but you don't have any articulation in the fingers like you would in the 2.0 MG, but that's okay because it is HG, it is smaller. But speaking of that arm, I'm going to show something that Bandai has designed here, so I'm going to take this off. Now what you can do with the arm, this is the coolest part here if I can figure it out. You see I can open up that latch, and I can do it on this side, and I can do it here, and I can just take off, if I've got this open properly, this arm. I should be able to just pop it off, so hopefully I've done it properly. I pop it off. So, oh no, I'm armless. And you can do the same on this one if you want. And yeah, maybe that's what I'll do actually. I'm going to pop this back on and then we will keep him like that because it is cool. And we'll pop off this one because this one, it looks a little stubby. So 1, 2, 3. This one seems a little tighter. Hey. So I popped that off. Again, I've got my little stubby arm now. Got the claw. And what you can do is you can take the optional arms they give you. Now, where did I put that thing? I have an optional arm here somewhere. Here it is. They give you this optional arm. Now you can put on this hand. Sorry, it popped off. You can put on this hand. Or you can put on the hand with the axe. But I'm opting for this hand because I have an axe actually mounted on the side of his skirt here. So I'm going to put on this hand here. Clip, clip, clip. And there you go. Now, I've just changed. Maybe this is why they call it a prototype. I've just changed it. You know, now he's got this swappable arm. He looks a little bit different. I think that is really cool. Like, you don't see that with the Gouf Custom, or you don't see it with even the MG Goufs. It's awesome. The shield, it will just slap onto the back here. Maybe I got this backwards. But anyway, one other thing I wanted to mention, seeing as I pulled this off here, is that cable that the Gouf can shoot out. You're kind of given two here. So if I can pull this out here. When you not using it, you just have that small piece in there. But when you are using it, you can you can just drop it in there, and you can kind of bend. It'll bend a little bit, but not so much. It's more just to shoot out, and then you can attach it back on there. It is really cool. And something else that Bandai has done with the Origin kits I've found is they give you plenty of markings. So I actually have a lot of work to do to get all these little white markings on here onto this kit. You know how it's supposed to kind of go around the base of the foot. I think the chest has its own designations and stuff like that, and the shield as well. I got some work to do. I'm going to be doing that later on, maybe this weekend. But for now, I got to say, the prototype Gouf is pretty awesome. There you go, the prototype Gouf. Gouf. Do you think Bandai knew what that word meant when they named it the Gouf?
Maybe it has a different meaning in other countries.
Who knows? Anyway, it's awesome.
Just don't goof. That's what I'm saying.
Don't goof around.
Yes.
Don't goof up. Unless you're goofing up.
Well, maybe the spelling's there for it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like the Pixie song.
Yeah.
Jeffrey with one F.
Jeffrey with one F. Anyway, after having built this and then the Charizard with the kind of the same design, I gotta say that these Origin kits, HG kits, are really good as well. Like we're talking about. Everybody's talking about the Barbatos and the Greys, HG kits, because they seem to have a lot more in your frame parts and stuff like that. But there's a lot of similar new stuff going on with these kits as well. So it's a good time to be an HG fan for the new.
I mean, you mean like technology-wise, they're actually just better?
Yeah, or well, of course they're always getting better. But what they're kind of incorporating into the HG line compared to what they did in the past, like we've already showed the Revive line compared to the old version, and just the leaps that has made. Well, they're starting to see that in kind of these kits too. Like you could think that this is kind of a Revive version of the Gouf. You know, they haven't released it yet, and maybe they won't because they've got the Origin version. But it's the HG, but just that much better. It's cool. I
mean, the main difference is just better in the frame, or
it just allows a lot more articulation. The proportions are much better. Yeah, similar to how they were promoting the Revive line, and it just looks awesome. They include a lot of markings that you can't get with the older kits. So
I love his shoulder pads.
Yeah,
it's like gothic.
Just don't mess with me.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put
listen
this
to
blue
metal.
bad boy over in the corner here, and then we'll take out this blue
Slightly
Robo
different
boy.
blue.
Yeah,
The origami of Gundam.
I want to just fling it around, but it's going to start coming apart, and I don't want it to come apart too early because I want to do it on camera.
Okay.
But basically, we're going to talk about just what exactly frame arms, robo arms are, and what they do.
Okay, cool.
All right. So this is what they call frame robo, and it's a frame. Like, I guess that's a frame. That's what they call it. Actually, you look at it, it's going to become this robot. But if you look at the back here, they actually have what they call frame form, which, yeah, out of the box is frame form. Does that mean every Gundam you ever unbox is already in frame form? Then you also have the weapon form. You can make weapons. And in the case of the Gaia, I think I got here the Gaia, #1, it can become this axe, the Gaia axe, so you can make axes. And it has the Robo form, and you can see that you have some stickers to put on. Actually, I'll show those right now. There's those stickers that you got to work with once you get this guy assembled. And inside this very thin box, I should point out, very thin box, you're getting this little instruction manual. And here it shows kind of the frame, and there's little lines here, which I guess is meant to be where it comes apart. Now, I'm going to just spread out this manual, and we will just see how it goes here. So, cameraman, are you okay? In this space here?
Yep.
Basically, it looks like I just got to start popping parts apart. So let's make sure my orientation is correct here. And I guess you can cut them, but if you like, but it does say that you should just be able to use your hands and take them apart. So they're also, when I was looking at the promos, they're saying that they use the term like oritatiru, which means like you can like fold them in half and things like that. I guess origami is a very popular thing in Japan. Maybe they're aiming for like that kind of audience.
I was under a misconception because I thought you would just like fold it into a Gundam or
well, that's
Robo,
the thing. Like it does say that like
Bobo,
you can fold. I'm gonna start getting all these confused here because there's so many of these things. Let's make sure I don't get myself lost here. So some of them come apart much easier than the other ones. So here we go. Wow. I didn't realize actually there were so many points here where they're meant to come apart. That's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it onto the mat here in the proper place so I don't get lost. This one too. Look at that one. Put that down there. Bear with me, guys. This is my first time. So, got a little clumsy hands. Some of this side just seems to just come off, and the other side seems I have to work it. Same thing here, and here it comes off as well. Oh man. All right, so I believe that I've got everything separated, which means I can move on to the first part, which is actually making the body. Now, let's just make some space here so you guys can kind of see. So I have got, oh man, I got parts to remove here. Shame on me. This is like a live stream. Only clumsier. So basically I have some stickers to put on here. I don't know if, I'm going to make big efforts to put them on. Maybe I'll just try to put like the eyes and stuff on here just so people can orientate them when you start moving things around here. So this will go here. And the promotional material that Bandai had kind of released for these. There's a little kind of comic manga for the kids to read, but there's also a little video showing the kid like applying stickers, because kids love stickers in this country. Love them.
I love stickers as a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had the like Thundercats booklet, and I was
those
collecting
are kind of
stickers.
Those were booklets where you kind of collect the stickers, right? You're trying to like put them all in. And
I did well. I think I got all the. Damn, I like Thundercats.
Yeah. You gotta go on the internet and find them, repurchase them all.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't do that. It gets expensive.
Yeah.
Memorabilia is expensive. Nostalgia
If I'd only
becomes
known, I
expensive.
should have put them all into bags.
Yeah, I never had any
Sealed
fun
them.
with them,
Yeah,
right?
no.
Okay, so now I've got this. Now it says that I'm supposed to fold it. Now, if I fold it here, there's a little peg here. I think this is kind of supposed to go in here, and then I'm going to fold it over top as well. So hopefully I can line it up here. All right, I cheated, guys. I'm supposed to fold this over, and then I'm supposed to fold these over, but this thing kept popping out while I'm holding this. So what I did is I folded these 4 sides in to kind of hold it in place, and now I should be able to just kind of pop it in here. No, I don't have to worry about this opening up. Like, there is some tension there. All right, drop that in there. Now I was looking at it like this. This is actually like, you know, kind of a torso. And now the reason it didn't make sense to me is because I went ahead of myself, right? Like I flipped these flaps up to hold it in place. Well, I kind of have to pull them down now just so I can kind of get this up here into position, and then I can put it in. Like, you're gonna have to bear with me, guys. This is kind of the first time I've ever touched these, and the manual, it's descriptive, but at the same time, it's tough. Not tough, but I'm kind of trying to pay attention to 2 different things. But you can see that I've essentially made a body, right? So the legs, if there are legs, will attach to here, and some stickers will go here, I imagine, but I'm not gonna worry about those too much, because the next part, it says I'm making the atama, the head, and for that I'm just using this piece here. And for this, I'm supposed to put a sticker on here, and what I'm meant to do is just, it says just fold these in here, clip, clip, and then fold this down this way. Now, there you go. So you can see this piece is stretched, but it's not broken. It's meant to kind of bend. Sometimes when you're working with that firmer plastic that Bandai gives you, the model kits, you start bending something and it becomes white as it's stressing. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to drop this on here just to kind of get it in there. But now it says I'm going to work on the right shoulder, and for that, you know, I need these kind of pieces, and these pieces are not numbered. So, you know, normally you have a runner with a number, and you look in the manual, you match the number up, you cut that piece off, and you make it. This one, you're just going by shape. So I'm looking at this thing, and it's just going by shape, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, that shape doesn't look correct. Well, then I'm going to grab the other one. All right, this is the other one, and let me just fold it in half here, like so, and then fold this over here. Actually, maybe I'm supposed to go in the other order. Fold this way. Again, lining them up is not the easiest thing, but I have some experience now, and I'm going to do it with the other one. This is the left shoulder, so first I'm going to fold this over, line it up, then fold this over like this. Okay, all right, I now have shoulders, right? So I'm going to put these just kind of out of the way here, and I'm going to work on the next part, which is the right arm. Now I have to once again make sure I'm looking at the correct piece, because if I've got the kind of the incorrect angle, then I'm going to be folding them the wrong way. So this is the piece right here, and you can see this will move. This is kind of funny. So what I'm supposed to do, I'll just turn this around, as they say. I loop this into here. Now this is kind of a Gundam thing, right? Like on this peg, I will put this, and this is actually going to be able to move. And that's kind of cool. Like so. And I will now put it up this way, as it says. And after that, I'm just going to take this fold here, and I'm going to put it up like so. Right, like that. Okay, so I guess that means I can do the same thing with the next one. I hope so, because I'm going to do it like that. Like that. Maybe I should have started with the arms and legs, because these are much easier than that torso was. That was challenging. Okay, now I'm going to do the legs. So I'm going to assume it's this piece here, and because this folds on the inside, I'm going like so. And this, where is it supposed to go? Let's see here. I guess it's supposed to kind of line up kind of just over top here. It doesn't kind of sit flush, so don't worry about that. Remember, you're just kind of folding it and putting it in a predetermined place. There's not much deviation, you know. So this is going to bend, and this ball joint here will fit on there, and then this will actually bend down as well. It's twisting this one here, and it should go on like, oh wait, sorry, it's going like that. Don't twist it, bend it down. Don't twist it, bend it down, and like that. I got a leg. I got a leg. Okay, let me try that again. I'm learning. This is becoming more fun as I go. There are some details in here you can see. Maybe you want to take a Gundam marker and kind of make these pipes show up. I don't think kids kind of would be doing that off the start, but when they realize that that's an option for them, they might, you know, start taking interest in it. Here we go. So I got my 2 legs. There we go. This fold here, you see, it kind of sticks out. I guess it's part of the design, like you can't make it go away. If you were to trim that off like you would a gate mark, well then all of a sudden this doesn't unfold anymore. You might find you can't really use it. So I'll put these over here as well. We'll move on to the next part, which is supposed to be like a weapon. It says it's for the right foot. So let's see here. I got this kind of piece here. And all I'm going to do is take that other piece that I had. It's like, didn't I just take you 2 apart? Well, maybe I did, but you're going to put it together like so. And it will work. It'll bend anyway. I mean, that's about all the extent of it can do. And I'm going to do the same with this other part here. So let me get that on there. Like that. And now I'm going to do the wings. And for the wings, well, I take the last kind of 2 pieces I have here. 3 pieces. So I have this piece here. It has this little peg that sticks out. I got to make sure it goes this way because I'm going to attach it to this like so. Like that. And I'm going to do the same with this other side. Make sure I get this lined up. So I got wings, I got arms, I got legs, I got a manual I need to turn over. Okay, and now I just start putting it together. So I got my body with the head I already put on it. I'm going to attach the shoulder and then attach the arm. Actually, I might have got my shoulders mixed up. Don't do that. Attach the shoulder. Attach the arm. It has a little hand there. You can see it has a little hand there. That's kind of cute. Attach that there like so. I'm going to attach the other one while I have it here. That's kind of cool. I can see spots where things would connect, but I'm not going to do that yet. So, with my shoulders and arms on, I guess I just have to attach my 2 legs here. So, let's put that leg on. Let's put this leg on. Like that. Alright, just let me pull out the camera a bit here so you guys can see what it's looking like. Here he is. Frame Robo. Of course I got wings to put on here too, so I gotta slap these on the back here. So make sure I'm looking at the right designation. I guess we'll go here and here. Upside down. Oops. Alright, there's my wings. I'll worry about attaching the weapons. Weapons kind of store by just kind of clipping on to the leg. And you can also attach these onto the arms. Let me drop those on here. It looks kind of, I don't know how I want to say, like a gremlin. You know, these kind of big angles and big ears. Once you kind of have it done here now, I have the Robo. He's the Robo now. Now you are able to make weapons from him, and to do that, well, I basically kind of have to take him apart. So before I do that, let me kind of give you a 360 view here. It was tough at the start, but I got going. Don't worry, got my mojo. What I'm going to do is basically take everything on each side off of the body that I made here, and the body will stay and the head will stay, but off come the wings, off come the arms, off come the legs, and poor guy's feeling kind of lonely. And I take these things, and I have this piece here, and I'm going to take, make sure I'm looking at the right part. I'm going to take the shoulder, which will go on top of the wing here, and I'm going to take the foot, which will go like this. This guy, the foot comes off. I see what you're doing here. The foot actually unattaches. That's what they want me to do. Now they want me to put this on here like this, and they want me to put this part together here. Yes. Look at this. So when I've got this, I have the axe. So there he is. He's the axe. So if you have another Frame Robo, this is actually going to fit in his hand. They allow you to fit this axe in the other hand. So if you're building the Mars, or you're building, well, I guess what's the Mercury is also out. Building one of those. Maybe it's like a Sailor Moon theme. I don't know. If you're building those, you should be able to make your Frame Robo. I'm working backwards here. Shoulder. Put that piece in there. Put this thing onto here. And then kind of sync it up here, line it up. There's my axe. So there you go. This is the introduction to Frame Robo. Bandai has high hopes for this line, which is why they've invested, in the second wave of kits, which are coming out in December. Those ones actually kind of look a little cooler, look a little more Gundamish. We'll also show you some shots as those come out, because they kind of like make it a little bit more extravagant for people who have experienced the first wave and they move on to this next wave. So if you have any questions about Frame Robo, just leave comments and we'll answer them. So there you go. Now, this Robo frame, if you haven't picked up on it, it's kind of, I don't know how you say, universe theme. Like we have the Mercury frame, Mercury. Okay. We have the Mars frame. It's red, of course.
Jupiter.
No, Jupiter. Here's the Gaia frame. I imagine this is supposed to be Earth. But coming up in December, I think, are the new releases. They're like Saturn. I think Venus is on there too. So yeah, maybe we'll get all 9 planets, and maybe Pluto will be included.
It's not a planet.
Well, yeah. It was when I went to school. Don't try to re-educate me. All right, so there's the Frame Robo. Frame Robo.
Frame Robo.
I want to scream like Robo.
Frame.
Robo, like YOLO. Robo. Robo. Sure robots only frame. Body. Original. I don't know. You only live once. Anyway, yeah, I'll stop talking and you can get other comments.
Yeah, let's do comments.
We had a lot of comments, as we mentioned. People enjoying the show.
No, I like a ton of comments.
And for those who maybe didn't watch last episode, we asked you, like, what were you doing 5 years ago? Like, when we started 5 years ago, what were you doing? What was the viewer doing? And there's some interesting tales.
No.
Histories. Okay, go on.
Scarecrow. 5 years ago. I think that was when I first discovered Gunpla as well, in high school. I wanted Shin, Musha, Gundam, MG really badly, but didn't have money for it. Then when I had money for it, others came out which seemed more interesting. Then after a while I ended up buying the Shin MG.
interesting note, piece of trivia. The MG Shin Musha Gundam, which he won 5 years ago, was the first ever Gundam kit ever built.
I really like the Shinmusha.
Yeah.
That's really old.
I was walking to the warehouse and I was like, oh, that thing looks like a samurai. I like samurai. I'm gonna give this.
So
a
that's
try.
what got you started?
That's what got me started. I thought, we have all these things
I've
and I
seen
don't know
that
what they
build
are.
of yours. It's really good.
Yeah, it's an awesome kit.
Yeah.
It's really good. You can get the gold one with the ornaments.
Scott has one in his office.
Yeah,
It's
he
very
built it.
cool.
He loves it.
Yeah. Gundam Smith. Congratulations on 5 years. Around 5 years ago, I was rebooting my scale model hobby with my first ever Gunpla.
Okay.
I started out with the MG Strike Rouge 2004 and the MG Gundam. It has been an awesome ride with you guys, and may we see you for another 5 years and many more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to beat Friends.
Yeah. Well, Friends, how many seasons
10
did they do?
years?
10?
No. 10?
I think we could beat Friends. No, it might be more than 10 though. I still think we could beat them.
Yeah.
But we're not going to touch like The Simpsons and stuff.
Doctor
like
Who,
that. No, Star Trek. Yeah.
Oh no, we could beat Star Trek.
Yeah, maybe.
Star Trek was
Maybe
second.
the first.
Yeah.
First one. Or Voyager.
Next.
Okay.
Christopher Adam 87. 5 years ago, I was just starting a new job after getting out of the army. I didn't even realize you guys had been on that long. I've only been watching for about 2 years. About 2 years. I've been watching for the last 5 years. I'd have twice as many kids, and my wife would be even less likely to pretend to be okay with it. Can't believe you've given away those 2 kids. Someone's going to get real lucky to win them. I don't own either. Thanks for being so generous on your anniversary. Great show as always.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, he's got to, he's got to find that, they talk about like work-life balance or home-work balance, but you have like the wife Gundam balance. You got to find it.
Put that on the show. Wife Gundam balance.
Wife Gundam balance. I get a little assist in that because I keep saying, but it's my job, baby.
Yeah.
This is my job. I have to build this perfect great kit right now.
Yeah, so it gets to like get out of jail free.
There you go.
Creepy Kin. 5 years ago, I was driving from Florida to California with my wife, our dog, and everything owned cramped into a 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer. Awesome dude.
Why? Sounds like a cool cross-country trip, I guess.
Yeah, I got to do that.
I used to love Mitsubishi Lancer.
Yeah.
We never used to see very many of them in Canada when I grew up or whatever. But I played like the Japanese car video games, Gran Turismo stuff, and the Mitsubishi Lancers were everywhere. And it wasn't until I came to Japan, I was walking down the street and they had this chop shop and they had like custom ones there, and I was like, oh man, that's awesome.
So I think it's
and
one
now
of
they
the
don't even make them
landmark
anymore.
cars. Yeah. Poor Mitsubishi.
Poor Mitsubishi.
Next, the Marksmans. 5 years ago was the first time I was able to buy my Gundam from my own salary. Felt like Sid was talking directly to me when he said people just got their first job.
5 years ago, people got their first job. But he's like, it's the first time he could buy them with his own salary. Does that mean he had somebody else buying them for him before?
Well,
like,
a lot
dude,
of people.
Would you give up that gig?
Yeah, save money, man.
That's right.
Your family, get them to pay.
That's right.
Yeah, really cool comments.
There's a lot of comments, a lot of people talking about what they were doing 5 years ago. A lot of people just going to school, getting out of school, starting jobs, stuff like that. Some people starting families.
I just come to Japan.
Yeah.
We've been here 6 months and we started Gunpla TV.
That's right.
Fresh off the boat.
That's right.
Now, Sid,
He
what do
still
you
has
got?
the wonderment in his eyes.
Don't anymore.
Wow, it's really like this.
Don't look at the first year.
Watch the first few episodes where we're young and cheerful. Okay, so those who don't remember, and if you read the comments, you'd be hard pressed not to remember because everybody's like, Kshatriya times 2 Kshatriyas, 1 cup. I don't know.
Really?
So, no, they didn't, but I still. So, yeah, there's 2 Kshatriyas in here. There's the normal one, and then there's the repaired one, and you're going to have to kind of mix and match and put them together because they're just shoved in this box. So, I think last count we had 418 comments.
Wow. Yeah, you get 2.
Yeah, 2 for the price of none. That is a deal.
You can't beat that.
Some assembly
2 for the
required.
price of
Some
none.
reassembly required.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's been repaired. They just slapped on this enormous thing. Okay.
Well,
that's how I repair my stuff.
If you've watched them.
Yes, I know. Okay. I mean, if you sat through that terrible dialogue. Okay, so this comment goes to number 254. And it is That Asian Boy. So the winner of the Kshatriyas is That Asian Boy.
Okay.
All right. And he says, congrats on your 5th anniversary. Holy moly, this giveaway is crazy. And it's so crazy that he won.
Well done.
Yeah, well done. I will be contacting you, of course, and I'll be saying, give me your name and address.
Yeah,
it
your
might be
country.
somewhere in Asia, but
Or maybe
might
not.
be. Might not be as well. But please wait for that email to you.
Yeah.
Don't start.
Congratulations.
Texting me 'cause
Thanks
I don't-
everyone who left a message
Yes.
and for letting us know what you were doing 5 years ago.
5 years ago, yes, and if you want to keep commenting on that, I'd love to read them.
Yeah.
But we have some kits to give away.
Ooh.
So, new animations just started. Iron Blood, Orphans, IBO for short, that's what people call it. I
Oh.
love it. Which means that, you know, Reconquista is a thing of the past now. Will
You know,
we
Sid
remember?
and I call Gunpla TV GTV.
GTV, episode 186.
But I think we'd be sued by the show called GTV.
Is there a GTV? Well, we title our
Sounds like a car
our editing
show,
when I'm
doesn't
editing
it?
and stuff like that. Yeah. GTV, we should
It's a
copyright
GTR.
that.
Yeah.
We should copyright that. So you're totally taken away from what I'm announcing.
Oh, sorry.
The main Gundam from last year's animation,
The G cell.
Reconquista in G. I got the G cell. Now we brought this on the show when it first showed up, just like the Barbatos last week. We assembled it. We talked about it. This is just the normal one with the kind of basic pack. Now it's, of course, it's got the reflector pack and the perfect pack and all those other itinerations. But this is just the normal G cell. And I'm going to give it away. And I think there's just a bunch of runners in the box I need to throw
No,
out.
just I gotta say, like
Yes?
he's holding a lightsaber, and I played the Battlefront
It's a
beta,
beam saber.
and you know, there's Darth Vader.
The
and,
Battlefront beta, you know, Ryan, I also played that. I'm really glad you brought it up.
and you know, Darth Vader and Luke is in there, and
Yeah.
you know, damn
And
it.
you
I
want
was Luke. I was Darth. Actually,
Yeah.
I got to be Darth, but I didn't know how to use them, so I died real quick. But I felt like saying the whole time when like Darth died, I'm like, okay, guys, let's pack it up.
That's right, I killed Darth. I am the one who destroyed the Empire one movie early
Yeah, I know.
in the Hoth battle.
I'm sure that EA will release stats like 2 million Darth Vaders killed.
Yeah. You're the Darth Vader hunter is your title,
Yeah.
in your,
well.
in your tag. I saw one video, it was pretty funny, where they had Darth Vader and then somebody got the Luke power up, and Darth Vader and Luke are fighting on Hoth, and Luke's wearing his black Return of the Jedi outfit, whatever, that's his coolest outfit. But they're fighting, and then all the Hoth stormtroopers just surround them and start killing him. And then they start teabagging him.
Oh
I
no!
thought, oh, it's already started. The beta.
My favorite was like Luke comes in a shot and then the AT just stands on him.
Yeah, just steps on him. That was it. Then the back leg steps on him. I played the beta for about 20 minutes. I managed to get it downloaded onto my PlayStation 4 just as the servers were shutting down. I played 1.5 matches. And it was fun.
It's
It was
fun. It's fun. I mean, I played.
I don't think I
3
could ever
days.
get really serious about it as like
Well,
strategy-wise,
it's not
like I did in Battlefield,
yeah.
but just, you know, blasting away at
Living the
somebody.
life, you know, living the stormtrooper life. You
Living
know?
the Stormtrooper life. Yeah,
Out on
it's
Hoth.
tough. I had
Yeah.
an appreciation for them
Yeah,
now.
and they really can't hit anything.
I
Like
know.
I couldn't hit anything. It was terrible. I'm
Well-
like, did they like turn off aim assist or something?
You had a mouse, did you not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
but it's it's fun. I mean, like it's not the accuracy. I mean, there's accuracy, but it's like different from
Yeah,
Battlefield.
yeah.
You know,
Oh.
like, you can kill people miles away.
Well, I think that they don't have the recoil because it's a laser. So if everybody was 100% accurate, everybody would be dying like from miles away.
There
so.
is recoil, but it's like very
there's no
like
bullet
it's
drop.
slow. No, and it's very slow. Like your gun will just slowly raise the longer you hold down the trigger. But no, it's great fun. I will. Damn you, EA, be buying it.
I played the survival mode while I waited for a friend of mine to get in so we could pair up or whatever. And even the survival mode was funny because I had no idea what I'm doing. And I get to like wave whatever it is, 5, 6, and there's an ATST firing at me. And I'm hiding behind this thing. What do I do? And I bring in the orbital strike. It just blows up, but I don't see it because I'm
If
cowering.
only they had orbital strike in the movies.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. A lot of things. Can I continue now?
Yes, sorry.
Sorry. G-Self, it has a beam saber, not a lightsaber. Okay.
Oh, there's 2 prizes.
Oh, there's more than 2 prizes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I
Well,
gotta
let
clear
me,
out-
let me make some
Ryan
space.
said, this is what I gotta bring up. Ryan said, hey, we gotta move some desks around here and everybody needs to clean up the crap. And that means I got a lot of stuff I need to move again. So we're giving stuff away 3 today. 3 today.
3.
Now, this
It's
is the
the
HG.
office cleanup.
That's right, the Gundam Gold Frame. Now, there's a metal build coming out soon and everybody wants to see it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to bring it on the show. But to kind of commemorate that, I thought, why not give away the HG that came out, what, 2 years ago, last year? Here he is. Now, it's all plated. It's all plated. It's all shiny. But I kind of went ahead and took the gold runners and I spray painted them. So it's even better kind of gold color right
Whoa,
there.
Sid modified.
Yeah, Sid modified.
Wow,
So you can enjoy.
That's eBay
people
material right there.
People who might miss out on the metal build can at least get a chance to win the HG, right?
This is more valuable than the metal builds, to be honest.
Yeah,
because you special. Yeah.
I spilled my blood on it, which means I'm clumsy with my knife. Okay, so RG Strike Freedom. Speaking of gold, we got an RG Strike Freedom. It is also plated. This one.
You're giving away that? That's amazing.
Well, here's the thing. In the spirit of you have to clean up everything. You know, I had more than one of these.
Me. Great.
Yeah, and so basically some assembly is required.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically like I was building two at the same time, painting one and not painting one and stuff like that. And so
I think you should say complete assembly required.
Yeah, you might have to start again.
Yeah.
But I am including, you know, the runners with the extra pieces that I have not yet assembled and things like that. So you will get a RG Strike Freedom. And
it's a great RG actually.
Oh, it's
one of the better looking
cool.
ones.
It is really, really cool. So there you go. We have 3 prizes. Brian, why don't you tell them how you can enter?
Oh yes, how you would enter this competition is by going to Gunpla TV.
Yeah. Episode 186.
186. Comment on the blog post.
Yeah.
And you stand a good chance.
That's
One
right.
in 100.
3 in 500. It depends how many people comment. Right?
Yeah, so that's how you would enter.
Yeah.
But yeah, just once again, you know, we're brought to you by HobbyLink TV.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. We're brought to you by HobbyLink Japan.
On HobbyLink TV.
On HobbyLink TV.
Yeah.
HLJ.com.
Yep.
You know, buy your kits from us.
Yep.
You can also chat to us on Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr and YouTube
and through the blog.
And through the blog.
Yeah.
Smoke signals.
Reddit.
You know. Orbital
snail
strikes.
mail.
Whatever you want to do.
Well, don't orbital strike. Send us a snail mail, preferably. That's probably better than orbital strike. That about wraps it up for what we're showing today. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the kind of introduction to Frame Robo. In the coming weeks, we are going to have the mobile worker HG coming up. A lot of people were really interested in that when we showed it at the show, so we'll be showing that in the show. And then, of course, we move towards the Christmas rush, which is going to see all the November and December kits. So it's going to get fast and furious. And of course, we'll be at the Gunpla Expo in November.
Living large.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Yeah,
lots of stuff to show. Okay.
Sweet.
All right. See you later.
Cheers, guys.